defensive stop here. We're getting down to the point with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Another score here would probably ice it.
3 backs in the backfield. Give to Vega. And he's forward for a couple before Hayes brings him down. 2nd and about 8. Your Carroll coach, John Hendricks, you almost want to go for it here after the last 2 field goals have been adventures. Or field goal attempts, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I would guess that this is probably 4-down territory for Carroll at this point.
Right now it's 2nd and 8. Again, 3 backs side by side by side. And the quarterback Hood goes forward for a couple. Credit Paul Haste with another stop.
Kind of an unusual play, probably most people would think, but the way Tri West plays their defense and bringing their linemen in the gaps, I think probably John was thinking that maybe if we could run a little quick one, bust through there, as Tri West is trying to blitz through and get to the backs, they might be able to break a big one.
Yeah, if you could break a tackle with everybody that close to the line of scrimmage, it could be one-on-one for the end zone. Now both crowds starting to get excited in this one. 3rd down and call it 7. And a timeout going to be called by the Carroll Cougars. Clock will stop with 6:31 left. First Carroll timeout of the second half.
I think the play calling here will probably be determined by what his ideas are on 4th down if they don't make it. I think if he's planning on kicking a field goal, not getting it, he may try and throw the ball, but I would look for some kind of a running play and then probably go 2 downs. I think the play that they've had some success with here in the second half has been that little toss to Vega on the outside. Tri West has been bringing some people up the field from the inside, and if they can get a little kick out on the defensive end and Vega cuts it inside, he's had some success to run the football. So this will be an interesting call as to what he decides to do.
Well, I think you're exactly right. Frank Vega, 17 carries, 82 yards. He's got a touchdown already, his 35th rushing touchdown of the season. And as the saying goes, you dance with the person who brought you here. I formation, Vega the tailback instead of the fullback. He's got a blocker, Hernandez, in front of him. He's going to be very close, as coming up was Justin Heath to take his legs out from under him. And it'll be very, very close depending on where they spot the football.
Looks like he's just short, and I think as close as this one is, I'm sure that they're going to try and run this one in.
Interesting this time, we had seen most of the ball game. Hernandez, the tailback, Vega, the fullback, they reversed him that time in the eye.
Yeah, it was kind of the same thing that we just talked about. They're going to run the little toss play to him. It's just out of a different formation. Rather than running it out of the single back and getting the ball, he's going to run it from the eye with an additional blocker. And now if you're Tri West, you've got to gamble. You've got to bring everybody up and try and get the big play to prevent the first down.
Hamilton the left setback, Hernandez the right. In the middle, it's Vega. They give to Vega. He's got the first down and more inside the 15 down to about the 14. Ross, Ward, and Fairburn made the tackle.
Outstanding job by the offensive line for Carroll as they've done in this drive. They've been able to move the ball in the running game and do a fine job of finding some creases for Frank Vega to run.
Picked up 4 yards that time, down inside the 15. 1st and 10. 5:45 left. Again, the 3 running backs. Now Hernandez goes in motion, double tight end, give to Vega. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, but struggles forward for a couple. Fairburn was there. Also Ron Smith. 2nd down and 8.
There's no doubt you'd like to get this in the end zone, but I don't think that Carroll's too upset that it's taking some time off the clock. They do have the lead, so it's not mandatory that they score, but they sure would like to run that clock down to almost nothing, especially if they can hammer something in here.
Again, the power formation, double tight ends, 3 running backs. They give to Hamilton. He cuts up inside, is inside the 10. And is going to be a couple yards short of the first down, but gets down to the 8 or 9. Trevor Buchanan led the attack that time for Tri West.
Again, a little misdirection play out of the T formation. And although Hamilton hasn't run the ball a lot this season, he's a fine runner. He's got kind of slashing type runner. And with Tri West keying the fullback, Vega, out of that formation, it gives them some room to run.
Hamilton 5 carries, 30 yards today, giving him over 300 yards rushing on the season. 3rd and about 3 or 4. Hand off to Vega. He's got running room, has the first down, and is a couple of yards short of the goal line. Big hole that time for Frank Vega.
Just back to the bread and butter on their goal line offense. Lead blocker. And Vega's got 5 yards before he's hit.
Vega on the verge of 100 yards. 21 carries, 99 yards. He's already got a touchdown. 35 rushing touchdowns this season. They give it to him again. He's going to struggle for the goal line and is in for the touchdown. The junior, Frank Vega, has, on this drive at least, put the Carroll team on his back and carried him into the end zone, and here we see it again.
They got to give a lot of credit to Matt